You have tried to get by in a lesson because you didn't practice by chatting with your teacher.
I knew people who did this. I am not that talkative to do that.
Hi, welcome to another Two Sharps, One Flat video. My name is Michelle.
Hi, I'm Dan.
Hey, I'm Sarah.
Hi, I'm James.
Today, I've got you guys a lovely bingo board. So on there, you've got different options such as have you memorized all the voices in a Bach fugue, or have you ever blamed a piano for your lack of skill? So what's going to happen is I'm going to draw one of those options, and then if you have committed one of those, you get to cross it off. But we're going to play this one in a little bit of a different way. The first person to get a row of 5, they actually get a punishment. And so they're going to have to sight read something. I've also included this exact same bingo board down in the descriptions below, so you can also have some fun with it. You can post it on Instagram, share it around with your friends. So let's get to it. Have you ever memorized a piece in 2 days? Have you guys?
I have.
For sure. I can't remember specifically, but I definitely have.
I had one time one of my professors give me a Rachmaninoff Prelude, Opus 32, number 5. And then I think I got that on Wednesday, and we all had our master classes on Friday. He was like, here, go play it in master class on Friday. But we all know that unspoken rule where you have to have it all memorized.
Yeah.
And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, I can't do this. There's no way I can memorize it. And then I did. And then I immediately forgot it after. It's like short-term
Oh
memory.
yeah, when you memorize things fast, and you don't practice it enough afterwards, it's easier to lose it too. I decided to memorize a piece the day of my recital.
Why would you do that?
It was a contemporary piece, and I thought, well, I could play it with music, or I'm gonna decide to memorize it, and then I just decided that day to try it without the music that day.
Did it go?
Yeah.
Dan's like, I memorize a new piece every 2 days, so this is not for me.
Okay, number 2. You were asked to fill in for someone last minute.
Well, I've had it pretty good.
I've done it a couple times.
Let's go for the next one. We have that you've performed on a broken piano. And that could mean like the pedal doesn't work, you have a sticky key, or whatever.
I was accompanying a choir, and we were doing O Canada for Remembrance Day, and it starts with octaves in the bass.
Were they not in tune?
And
Like a tremolo octave not in tune?
yeah, well, the issue was, it was a B-flat octave, but the B-flat was so out of sharp that it sounded like it was a B. Yeah, so that's how it started.
Let's try another one. So this one says that you've tried different pianos in different practice rooms before you chose the practice room you wanted. Yeah. Which pianist isn't?
I think all
hasn't done
pianists
that?
need.
Everyone.
Yeah.
And then the best problem is when you find a good one and then you find an even better one, and then you have to switch again.
That's right. When you see one's full, you know it's good. You see it, and you're like, okay, they're in there. Oh man. So you go to the worst one, then you leave, and then someone else has already took the room. No.
Oh, James, amateur. You're supposed to leave some music in the current one, take music and put it to the new one, and then...
For Jane's scenario, it was already occupied.
He's just waiting, keeping his eye on it.
Have you ever guys had like, it's been occupied and you're like, oh, I'll just pick the room like across from it so you can keep an eye on it? And so you're like practicing and you
I've
see
done that,
them leave.
yeah.
And then like maybe you're really into whatever you're practicing and so you like forget about it, and then like someone who doesn't require that piano takes that practice room. And you're like, no! Okay, there's this one which is swears by slow practice.
Does that mean that I tell people to do it all the time? Or does that mean that I personally enjoy doing that?
So if you have an issue or something, it's like, let me slow practice this first. Or like, it's in your toolbox that you use often.
It's definitely in my toolbox.
I believe in it. Does that count?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
still believe
No,
it.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go to the next one. You have pulled an all-nighter just by practicing.
No, because it's too. If you're at home, your neighbors are gonna hate you, and if you're in the practice room,
There's just a point of exhaustion. And I get hungry.
Dan, have you?
Oh, yeah,
Hands up.
many times actually.
Join the club. Let's take a look at the next one we have. Had a compromising memory slip during a performance. I guess we're all gonna do that one.
yeah,
I'm gonna put an X through that.
you're gonna put like a crying face.
Yeah, let me do that. I'm
Emoji.
gonna put a crying face.
Oh, is anyone really close?
I am pretty close at one, but one of them is out.
Really?
One of them I know that I cannot mark off, so.
Dan, are you getting close?
Yeah, I'm getting close. I need one more.
Ooh.
I love how we all just did not talk about our compromising memory slips. So we're gonna go to the next one.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, we're
Moving
gonna
on.
forget about that.
Moving on. Okay, you have photocopied your music instead of actually purchasing it.
You go to university for music, you're gonna photocopy your music.
Yes.
You learn way too much.
I actually hate it because then there's a million papers flying around and I'm not organized. So
Put in your iPad.
Oh yeah, nowadays we have the iPad. I think at least
Yeah,
like we're
now I
based
just
in
use
Canada, so
iPads.
like you can photocopy music if it's for your own personal use. Fact check me, I'm not totally sure that is it,
No,
but I'm
that's
pretty
true.
sure if it's
That's true.
if it's for your own personal use,
didn't
you can
know.
photocopy it. But the moment that you like distribute it to someone else, or like you're
Share.
photocopying on behalf of someone else, then it's copyright.
It's research, education, parody. There's a couple of exceptions.
Let's try our next one. So, have you ever fell asleep in a practice room?
Oh, no.
No.
I don't think I have.
I've never been that low.
Dan has?
I have.
Like, if I get sleepy, I just leave.
Too.
Yeah,
I
same.
leave
I'll go to bed.
before that point.
Yeah. Because at that point, your practicing's not good anymore.
There has been points where I'm almost falling asleep. I'm just sitting there and doing nothing, and at that point, I'm like, "Why am I here?"
Okay, next one is that you. Everyone can just cross this one off. You've skipped a studio class, a master class, or an ensemble practice.
Yeah.
Yep.
To practice, I've never done that, but I have skipped like theory class to practice and other classes to practice.
You have blamed the piano for your own lack of skill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have. I don't know if this counts, but I had a studio lesson once with a new teacher that I was studying with. It was one of the first lessons. I haven't used the unicorda pedal yet, and in this piece, I planned on using it. I pressed the unicorda pedal down, and it hits the next string over. So I said, I kept playing, and then I said, "There's something wrong with the unicorda," and he's just like, "Just don't press it so hard." I was like, is that skill, or is that like, should a piano do that?
The piano shouldn't go that far to touch the other strings, but when you're using the unicorda,
Yeah, that's when I blamed the piano for lack of skill, because it is a skill to know, obviously now, like to diagnose and to react to that. So I guess yes. Further on, since he said that, I was like, yeah, okay.
yeah, and it's a misconception that the unicorda is an on or off button.
Oh no, it's always
there's a
moving
whole-
over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a gradient.
Mm.
All right, let's go for the next one. You have bled all over the piano.
Michelle, you should have done this one with your piece, the thirds.
I've had 2 or 3 very notable sessions of where that's
Yeah.
happened. In the winter, my skin gets really dry, and like on my
Yeah.
thumbs or on my pinkies, whatever rep I'm playing, whatever's super percussive,
Yeah.
my skin cracks. But it like cracks really deeply,
Uh,
and like you know what fingers like when you get a cut, like they just like bleed profusely.
yeah.
So I remember
Yeah.
one time we were working on Prokofiev, the 3rd movement of the 7th sonata. It's very percussive and warlike, right? So we're like, I'm looking at the music, I'm like playing through it, and then I was the last lesson before the lunch, and we were done with it. I'm packing up my bags, and I forgot something. So I turned around, went to grab it, and then it was the first time I ever looked back down on the keys, and it was friggin' bloodied. Because one of my fingers cracked, and I didn't know. But while I was playing, I was like, "Ooh, this like keyboard's getting like kind of awfully sticky." But like, you know, when you're in the heat of like learning, you're like, just play, right? And so I was like, oh no, do I bring this up now? Because I'm embarrassed. Do I just leave it and just pretend I don't
Just
see
leave
it?
I do remember in one of our studio recitals, there was one of the pianists playing
Oh, I remember this.
bled all over.
I think I recall this story
and
as
then
well.
I walked on. I think I was gonna play a Chopin scherzo or something like that, and then I was like, oh no. I think that
He played a Chopin scherzo. I think he played a Debussy.
with bloody. Yes. Yeah. Okay, I don't remember what I played, but it was just funny because I sat down and was like, whoa, don't get distracted by all the dots because it's very distracting.
Yeah, and unsanitary. Okay, let's go for the next one. It says, secretly learned a piece behind your teacher's back.
Yeah. I don't think there's such. I don't think you can really learn a piece behind a teacher's back. I never got that.
You know what? I encourage my students to just learn whatever.
Yeah,
But
so
I
do
think-
I. I'm like,
Yes.
they're
me
like,
too.
oh, I was wondering if I could show you a piece. It's like, yes, show
Well,
me a piece.
I think this is when your teacher has set a program for you, and there was a piece that you wanted to play, and that your teacher shut it down, but you learned it anyways. I think that's what it means.
You've hoarded a practice room by leaving your stuff in it to save for later, such as going on.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, I've done it too.
Where is it? Does anyone have 5 yet?
I have four different squares.
You have performance anxiety or a less severe version of it, which is just like general stage fright. You're nervous, you get nervous before a performance.
Yep.
Yep.
I would say it's controlled, but yes, it exists.
Our next option is that you've canceled the lesson because you didn't practice.
I've never done that, and I'm proud of it.
No, I've never done it. If I didn't practice, I didn't practice and I'll bite the bullet.
Exactly.
I've only done it like very few times where, okay, few sounds like a lot still, but maybe like once or twice where maybe I was super overwhelmed with 1,000 things and like just feeling like crap and didn't feel like I could be productive in a lesson.
I usually will tell them like, hey, this was my week. I didn't get much work done. So that they know that it's not their, it's on us.
Yeah.
And then that way we can just go through things slowly and everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And typically, I find in my experience, they always appreciate, like teachers always appreciate the honesty. And it's like, okay, that happens. Everyone has weeks like that, so let's move on and let's work on something.
Yeah.
What do you want to work on today or whatever? Like, I feel like I've never been shamed for it because I usually do have my work done.
Next one we have is that you have asked a non-pianist to switch practice rooms with you.
Uh-oh.
Yes!
I got a double bingo. It's two-way bingo.
Yo, you gotta do 2 sight readings then.
Okay, wait. If I have this one and the piano figure is in between, does that mean that I have a
Yes,
bingo?
it means
all
you
the
have
way
a
through?
bingo.
Yeah? So you have a bingo too.
Okay, so I can't tell for this one whether I have or not. I feel like it's something I might have done, but I don't.
Oh, I totally will, like, in the rehearsal rooms, I'll be like, excuse me.
Oh yeah, I totally have done that, especially for 2 pianos, right? When you need 2 pianos and you're like, okay, can you switch with me? Okay, then I've also bingoed.
Yay!
Sarah really wants to play read.
James, are you picking the piece again?
I should.
Why don't you guys rate a 2 piano thing?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Like
Oh,
together?
and you give us a tempo?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have to stay on track.
And then
You have to
can
stay on
see
track.
where we
Yo, this would be
screw
so
up,
good.
And then you see where
Yeah,
we screw
yeah.
up
Yeah.
and see who screws
Yeah.
up first.
That would be me.
And then
I'm
the person who
worst
screws up
player.
first has to do another punishment.
No, let's only feel shame once.
Yeah.
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 Okay,
yeah.
then why don't we pick like obviously not like a concerto or something. Let's pick something reasonable. Thank you for joining us on this game of bingo. We hope you had a lot of fun. Don't forget that there is a bingo board down in the description below, and you can play along. You can share it on Instagram. If you have any other ideas for games or challenges that you want us to do, let us know down in the comments below. And we'll see you again in our next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button. Bye!
Bye.